A few days of respite from bandit attacks has enabled Pierre to recover from his neck wound and replenish his food stocks. There's a lot of work to do at base though. Next up, a library. Well, there is so much work to do at base. We could spend probably another month here, maybe a couple of weeks. Jumping at shadows again. And we still wouldn't get everything that we need to do or want to do at base. But today I'm going to actually focus on, or at least start in, a library. Probably just want to keep it simple, not make things too complicated. This room here, I've decided, is going to be our library. We got a lot of books to read. Yeah, just jumping at noises, little sounds, always on edge. This place we're going to turn into some sort of massive library, totally over the top, but why not? We're going to clear it out of all the furniture, probably sledge through into the kitchen and make this the sort of main living area, really. Maybe really, could we just put the library here? No, that's a bar. Well, we need to get that bar stocked, that is for sure. Yeah, there's clearly no room for bookcases here. We could knock through here, maybe get an oven in the corner here or here, move a sink over in this area so we can plumb it in. So much potential, but also so much to do. But I want to read all these books. They're a bit of a mess. They're kind of almost everywhere and anywhere as well. There's books dotted around in other places at the base. I want to amalgamate them all together. I've got them properly organised, have one bookcase for volume 1, another for 2, and so on and so forth. So first things first is we're going to clear out this area. You know what, actually, first things first, let's check the traps. But let's just take this table with us. We've got a lot to do. Man, sometimes it's kind of like, where do we start? We've got to find somewhere to put all of this furniture. I'm just going to drop this table. I guess we just dump some of it here. I don't know. We're just going to have to make it up as we go along. Haven't really got a proper plan. But let's zoom over to the traps. Maybe we've caught a few more dead animals, pigeons, squirrels. It's the best we can hope for at the moment. It's a little bit, well, I was going to say it's a little bit too early in the day to bait them. But it probably isn't. It's already 1 o'clock. Pierre got to bed late, very late last night. So of course he got up very late. That means we missed checking the emergency broadcast for a helicopter. So that could happen at any moment. But you know what I'm going to do? The next time there's a helicopter and we're at base, I'm just going to ignore it. I'm just going to ignore it and see what happens. Let's just grab some bait. We've got worms, cereal, peanut butter. We should probably try with some cabbage as well, seeing as we have so much of it. But before I head outside, I'm just going to check the activity outside. I've been shot by a bandit from long distance just walking out this doorway. And the last time we got a bullet in the neck which almost killed Pierre, so I definitely do not want that to happen again. We need to be a little bit more guarded when we step outside. Okay, well, there they are. We're in this deep, dense forest, and that is definitely a noise that you do not want to hear, which is zombies, because you can see we are really limited visibility and probably on reflection firing off a handgun and attracting even more zombies was not very smart. Now, where are those traps? There they are. Now, I can't remember. Yeah, okay. We've got. Oh, we can add cabbage. I'm not sure what we're gonna actually find. We've got some cereal. Yeah, and some peanut butter. It's been a couple of days since we checked the traps. Keep thinking I'm hearing zombies, but it's just wind. I think a couple of the traps maybe got broken. There's definitely a broken one there. That usually happens when an animal has been left in there too long and they managed to break out. So we've actually, you know, we need to keep a closer eye on these traps. We've got 3. We did have 6. That is a bit of a shocker. Okay, well, we're going to have to find the time to rebuild those traps. Maybe we should do that next. There's so many distractions. Okay, well, I think I'm definitely going to do that next. We've got 3 traps. Let's build another 6. That'll take us up to 9. We got all of this wood here that we've chopped down. We've got trapping level 1, which I think means we will be able to build a different trap as well, get a bit more variety. So let's do it. Okay, well, as a result of getting the trapping level 1, we can make a snare trap. Now, I'm not really sure if that is any more effective than our current options, which is the wooden box trap and the stick trap. At trapping 2, we can make the trap box, and then at 3, we can make, as long as we can find enough wire, we can make a cage trap. So let's see, we need a lot of twine. So we're going to need twine for the stick traps and the snare traps. Let's make 2 more of these. So we'll have 4 wooden box traps, 3 stick traps, and we'll make 3 snare traps. And we've got way more logs than we'll need for this trapping. We've got some rope on us, so let's make 2 stacks of 4, which is awesome. Let's get those in the bag, and we'll take those back to the courtyard and continue to grow that supply of timber, because we're going to need it for lots of different things. Yeah, well, I gotta say, that does look beautiful. We've got 6 stacks, that's 24 logs, sorry, 5 stacks, 20 logs. We've got a lot more logs, but we actually run out of rope, I think. Got 3 more. Now let's see if we can find some twine, and we'll make the rest of those traps. Got a little bit lost in the forest. We finally managed to find our trapping area. So we've already got, I've made all the traps now, so we're basically going to have 3 of each type. 3 stick traps, 3 box crate trap things, and 3 snare traps. So let's get those placed down and baited. And then we're just going to have to make a start on emptying that room for the library. And there's so much to do. Like I said at the beginning, we could spend an hour, sorry, a whole month, I should say, just working at home at base, all the things that we want to get done, all the things we need to get done. Okay, well, this is just another little job that kind of needs doing. We don't want to have a zombie corpse on the floor every time we go through the kitchen door, so we've got a couple of zombie corpses just to remove as well. We'll just put them out of sight there and leave them to decay. Okay, well, that's those 2 zombie corpses removed. Now I was going to go straight to this room here, which is going to be our library. Going to need a lot of work. You can see it's absolutely chocker. Now I was just going to move all the furniture, but that's just clutter, you know, it's just clutter. So I'm going to disassemble them all, but first, really, to take full advantage of the XP we get from that, I'm going to need to read Carpentry Volume 3 if I can find it. The things just get complicated. There we got Carpentry, there we are. I mean, how could I doubt it? So what I'm going to do for the rest of today, and probably the first half of tomorrow, all the morning, let's see, we need to get some food and some water, take care of the basics. And then I'm just going to go upstairs, read that Carpentry Volume 3, chow down on some food so we can continue to put on weight. And then we're going to return to that room tomorrow and get to work. Okay, it is the next morning. We've set the alarm so we're ready to hear the emergency broadcast. It is a foggy day. Okay, it is what it is. Let's just wait for the emergency broadcast to start. I haven't actually been able to read hardly any of the carpentry book because it got too dark to read in the kitchen, and we before we knew it, it was 10 o'clock. We did cook a delicious stew though. Let's see if we got any light. We don't. Okay, let's just turn. No, it's almost there. Let's just turn the radio on and see what we've got in store for today. Okay, we've got clear skies. We've also had blackout, complete blackout now for 3 or 4 days. So I think that is it. in terms of power. I think we have now got a complete blackout. Obviously, we're okay at base. We've got a couple of generators. Any air activity detected? I guess not. I guess not. So the worst we've got to contend with today, hopefully at least, is a little bit of fog. Now, following the recommendation of a couple of viewers, I've actually tweaked the Bandits settings so that they hopefully will spawn a little less frequently, because sometimes it gets just a little bit crazy. But perhaps more importantly, I've tweaked the spawning mechanics so that they will hopefully spawn further away, and that means that they won't be just sort of standing there outside waiting to shoot Pierre in the neck when he walks through the door. I'm hoping that the spawn mechanics, the way I've set them now, they will actually spawn outside the base, which in an odd sort of way actually makes it feel as though it could be harder, because we're more likely to encounter them outside the relative safety of these walls. We're more likely to encounter them randomly out and about. Let's grab some breakfast and then let's check those traps. We've got 10 traps. I'm feeling really positive. I'm hoping that we've caught loads, which probably means we won't have caught a single thing. Okay. Oof, that made me jump. But we've actually caught a couple of things at least. We've got 10 traps to check. Definitely got at least 2. Okay, well, I think that is a really successful bait run. What have we got? We had 10 traps and we've caught 6 animals. That is amazing. That is going to keep Pierre going for, I mean, a couple of weeks. He hopefully will continue to put on weight, but a 60% success rate. That is amazing. Let's get all of this food back to base in the fridge, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the day reading Carpentry Volume 3, Cooking Volume 3, and hopefully getting fat. Okay, it is the next morning, and I gotta say, these days are absolutely flying by. Okay, well, let's continue with the routine of checking the emergency broadcast so we know what is in store for Pierre today in these next few days, weather-wise and the prospect of a helicopter. But then just while we're waiting for that, you know what? I just realised, lately, Pierre has been just kind of like watching an episode of The Mandalorian. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about this riot helmet. Pierre hasn't taken it off for, well, weeks, and it's probably the fear of getting shot in the head. But look at him, he is in bad need of a shave and a haircut. So just while we're waiting for the emergency broadcast to tell us what's in store, let's cut his hair and his beard. Okay, well, again, more of the same. Clear skies weather-wise and helicopter-wise. I didn't have time to cut Pierre's awful hair and his beard because I didn't want to miss anything. And let's have a look. Just, you know, while we're on here, let's have a look. We've got another couple. Oh no. Okay, let's scratch that. We got hostile wanderers. They are quite far away. I've noticed that the deeper red it is, the closer they are. Not sure if those sandbox options have come into play. I think we're going to have to take... They are really close by. They are really close by and just to the north. Maybe they're kicking in our crops again. Again, I'm expecting to get shot at any moment. This is going to be another vehicle that just gets totaled, I think. Are they inside already? Well, according to this, they're right here. And we can't see them. Is that body on the floor? What is going on? Okay, well, I've cruised up and there they are. I saw some movement then, didn't you? There they are. They're right inside. What the fuck? How did they get inside? I don't know if it's going to be 1 or 2, but at least we found them. I was wondering, how the hell did they manage to spawn right inside? What the hell? Now, are they going to come out and play? That's what I want to know. They are right there. No way, dude. There is no way you are getting me today. Now, how many of them are there, though? Just one? Just one? Or was there 2? Oh, this could be another vehicle that's ruined. This is really sketchy. It could be just one. I can't see inside. And I'm really reticent to get outside the vehicle because I'm just worried about just being shot at from a distance away. Yeah, like that. I was literally just about to get out the vehicle. Where the hell did that shot come from? They are nearby, or at least they can see me, but I can't see them. Well, I've got a feeling this is a bad decision. Left a lamp torch on again. Can't see them. Let's see, I need to just try and peer through the windows. But look, for all I know, they could be sitting in our kitchen now, eating our food or destroying the generator. Am I going to have to go inside, creeping about, going from room to room, corridor to corridor, knowing that I could just get gunned down at any moment as I go around the corner? Okay, well, we got another one. Is this the same one, or is these different ones? So much for toning down the bandit events and how close they spawn. Here we go again. Okay, well, there they are. Brilliant. Trouble is, though, they're right against the wall. This car is going to get absolutely ruined. Yeah. Oh, no. No. Oh, my God. We don't have a windscreen, which is bad. So we're going to have to reverse. Okay. They don't have a gun. They do have a gun. No. Oh, my God. We do not. Okay, this car is a write-off. No, don't fire. Oh, my God. My whole life just flashed right before my eyes. How did they miss? Point blank range. Oh. Point blank range with a shotgun. Oh my God. What do they have? Again, any sort of gun. I don't know if it's just running them over, it decides it destroys things, because things keep sort of disappearing. They had a baseball bat and a fire axe. Now there's nothing. And again, a lot of the bags have disappeared as well. Oof. Like I said, my whole life flashed right before my eyes then. I thought that was going to be the end of it. How did they miss? Yeah, well, although those hostile wanderers were pretty easy to deal with, although it was a little bit scary for a moment, we still got a big problem. We definitely got shot at. There is definitely a bandit somewhere nearby, right? Where? Where the hell have they gone? This is such a bad idea. I'm just gonna loot this zombie, this bandit. Well, I'm really not sure what to do now. Am I gonna have to just search the whole house to make sure it's clear? Where the hell did that zombie go? The bandit, I mean to say. I got a feeling this is a bad decision, but I think we're going to have to. I think we're going to have to go from room to room, check this whole building, and make sure it's safe. So let's do it. We got a gun, we got a hand torch. I got a really bad feeling about this. Okay, I'm on high alert here. I daren't even blink in case I miss something. I'm listening out. I'm barely breathing because, yeah, noise could mask something. I should probably shut up. Okay, well, this is turning out to be a very, very long afternoon. It could all be over in just a matter of moments, and we don't even know what is in store. We've gone through this whole sort of south wing, the servants' quarters. This is kind of the wing that the wanderers spawned in. There's got to be another one. We definitely heard a gunshot. Would they try and shoot at us through a window? Could they have gone upstairs? So many unanswered questions. Well, that's the whole ground floor clear. And I'm starting to feel a little bit more relaxed. And let's hope that is not a bad decision. We're going to have to check upstairs. Wow, nothing on the second floor. We just got There's one more floor to check out. It's not much there, it's just a couple of bedrooms. But if there was another wanderer, you do not know where they've gone to. Okay, well this is the final room. But I'm expecting there to be, yeah, absolutely nothing. No noise, no sounds, no movements, no wanderer. We got a nice choice of vehicles, but I'm definitely not going in the one without a windscreen. Let's have a little bit of a drive around. They could be destroying our crops right now. I mean, who knows? Definitely heard a gunshot, right? Definitely. There's got to be another wanderer nearby. But where? Okay, well, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing, which is extremely unnerving. Nobody shot at us, which should be good news. But in the context of what's going on right now, that is bad news. Okay, well, there's nothing we can do about it. We're just going to have to carry on as normal. So that means cooking up another delicious rabbit or squirrel stew. Then we'll finally get to work on that library. That's another delicious rodent and meat stew. Absolutely devoured. And again, I'm still paranoid. I'm still listening out for any noises, any signs of movement nearby. Just feels like Pierre's a marked man. Well, we just got to continue. Maybe there isn't a wanderer nearby and we're safe and we're worrying about nothing. Only time will tell. If we give it a couple more days without any activity, just have to assume that there's no nearby threat. Pierre's not tired. It is late, but he's not tired. So let's just see if we can get to work on this library. Disassemble all of this furniture. Yeah, well, I remember just in the nick of time that I do actually need some furniture. I do actually need somewhere to sit. I do not like these blue chairs though. They're a little bit school assembly. So let's just get rid of those. We'll keep a couple of tables, maybe these chairs, and there's maybe some better stuff. But we definitely... Do we want to keep these flags? They are kind of cool. It is a big space. Who knows? Let's just move these. Definitely want to move out all these cardboard boxes. Okay, well this is the moment we get attacked, isn't it? When I'm walking down the corridor carrying a flipping cardboard box. Apparently not. We've survived another sketchy moment. This room is looking a lot clearer. Of course, we've missed a couple of cardboard boxes. Okay, well things are coming together. We got a blank canvas. That's the way I like to work. I put all the flags in the corners. We'll probably move them. I've kept some of the furniture because we need somewhere to sit. But all that's remaining now is to find some bookcases and put them in place and organise our books. But that is going to be for tomorrow morning. Pierre is getting very tired. It is getting very late. Okay, well again, morning routine, just checking the emergency broadcasts just to see what threats there might be today. Clear skies again. Oh, we got activity in Sector 16. Air activity detected. Well, it's time for a little experiment. It's time for the little experiment. We're gonna just remember to turn that off so the battery doesn't get flown. We're gonna stay at base. And we're going to see what happens when the helicopter's flying overhead. And it'll be a nice, interesting experiment to see how many zombies come out of the woodwork. We kind of do want them to come out from the forested areas. It could be a really nice way to draw them out and finish clearing the compound. So the plan to go out and get some bookcases, I think, is going to have to wait. We don't want to be out and about in new areas while there's a helicopter inbound, so we're just going to stay at base, make some more stew, read some more books and wait for the helicopter. Okay, we just made an absolute monster rodent meat and vegetable stew. It's going to be over 100 once it's cooked, but you can guarantee the helicopter's going to turn up midway through cooking it. You just know it. Yeah, there you go. I told you. Okay. The helicopters, it's so annoying. It's going to take forever to cook that though. So we're just going to have to grab a couple of cans of food. I just knew that was going to happen. what we're going to do is we're just going to basically just stand outside and let the helicopter hover right over above us and just wait for the zombies to come out from the forest, come out from the... Man, it is foggy though. We're just going to stand in this courtyard and see what happens. Well, you know what? We might as well just sit on the ground and just relax. And let's update our helicopter diary as well. We'll wait to see how many zombies come in to react to the helicopter. Okay, well, you know what? This is actually getting a little bit boring. Why don't we just go for a nice leisurely stroll around the grounds? Okay, well, you know what? We might as well check our crops because it's been 3 or 4 days since it actually rained. Yeah, they are all thirsty. We've got some carrots to harvest, but let's see if we've got any water. Yeah. Okay, well, let's just water the crops. Why not? Well, I've got to admit, this just feels like quite a tremendous fuck you to that helicopter and all those helicopters of the past that have that killed my characters, and maybe even your characters over the years. Okay, well, let's harvest the carrots and then we'll probably replant straight away. How many have we got? We've got 18 carrots. That's going to be really helpful with trapping. Let's grab a trowel, dig some furrows, and yeah, plant some more carrot seeds. Okay, carrots harvested, replanted, and watered. We've got 3 rows. While we're here, let's just take some more logs back. But man, this is not how I was expecting the day to go at all. Again, that happens. Oh, well, there we are. That's some more timber for us. Look at that. That is a beautiful sight. Hopefully we'll make use of those at some point for something. But I've got to say, it is really weird. It is really weird. Every sort of fibre of my being is giving a sort of a Pavlovian response. And that is to run away. That is to run and hide. But we can just ignore it. The helicopter is now, at least if we're at base, is now completely irrelevant. It is nothing to be feared. Not a single zombie has shown up, has reacted to the helicopter and all the noise it makes. Let's go and rebait the traps. Oh, we got a zombie. Actually quite pleased. We got a zombie somewhere. But where though? Might be on the other side of that door, so we don't want to get called out. One whole zombie. One whole zombie. I'm certainly feeling a lot more safer than I did yesterday. Okay, we got another zombie inbound. I was just going to take a shortcut up to the traps. I'm going to rebait them again. Just 2 zombies. We might come across a few odd ones out and about. Let's go up to the traps, get them baited again. Okay, well, I guess it looks like it might be worthwhile just doing a little circuit of the property. They're going to go for those barricades and try and break them down. But yeah, no more zombies that I can see. Yeah, we're clear. 3 zombies. That was it. Just 3 zombies. Yeah, well, we got another one. I guess we've just underestimated just how slow they are. So we might have the odd zombie just appearing out of nowhere for the next couple of days. Okay, so again, plunging around in this dense forest, it was quite difficult to find all the traps. Looks like we might... Ooh, okay, well, we got another... That's a surprise. We're going to just basically bait all of these box traps with carrots. We should expect to get rabbits from that. We got another one in there. No, we're going to add cereal. We haven't got much cereal left for the stick traps. Didn't bring any worms. Okay, awesome. Okay, well, that is it. That is all the traps baited, I think. Yes. Okay, so we got 9 traps there. I think we maybe lost one already. Man, what a crazy couple of days. Pierre survived another bandit encounter. He's eaten a lot of Squirrel Stew. We read some more books. We made a start on the library. Again, didn't get anywhere near as much done as I thought we would. We've been able to completely ignore the helicopter. Doesn't that sound strange? But that is going to have to be it for today's episode. That is another month done. Pierre has now survived for 2 whole months. 2,150 zombies killed. And yeah, if you can just continue to survive, actually let's just grab this, continue to survive those bandit encounters, there's no limits to what you can achieve.